What's up, you guys? It is Bob, and I am still stuck here in quarantine, counting the days till I run out of bare essentials. But keeping me warm is the stimulus bill, and this time I'm trying to figure out how unemployment is going to be affecting everyone and who is qualified, because it's actually looking like just about everyone is qualified on this thing. It includes sole proprietors, independent contractors, people with 1099s, people who have been furloughed from major companies who had their hours reduced or made them stop working but didn't actually officially fire them. You actually are still qualified to collect unemployment. And unemployment is worth $600 a week, and that's just from the feds. This is actually going to stack on top of whatever your individual state will give you. Now, before we get into the website part, I want to note that especially for the people that are independent contractors, sole proprietors, that the system is not necessarily set up yet for you guys to apply for unemployment, because the Department of Labor and the individual states are still trying to figure out the actual processes and the forms to be able to show in front of you. One nice thing that I've noticed so far is things like with the $10,000 grant with the IDL loan, they made it way simpler. You probably want to wait a little bit longer, at least a few more days to streamline. I mean, I know it's annoying, it's delayed, but watch this how-to anyway, because it really just goes over what you need to know once you get to that point, because you're going to need certain things to get this going. All right, so let's go through the steps of actually applying for unemployment, the things you need, and the whole process. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go online, either on a computer or your cell phone, because this is mobile friendly. And you're going to want to notice the video you're on now and scroll down and hit the like button, because it really helps small businesses like mine, and it really helps, especially during these crazy times, and I really appreciate it if you just hit the like button. And then once you do that, you go to careeronestop.org here. Link is below. And you will click on the state or province that you are in. I am in Arizona, but you'll notice that when you click these, they all kind of look the same. So when I show you Arizona, don't worry about it. I clicked California, Texas, New York, all those. It's basically the same feel. You click it, and then it'll have all this. And it's usually the second one down where it says to file a UI claim online. You just click this, and you apply for the benefits. This is where it starts to look different. Each state will have a slightly different thing, but they usually will say what you need, what's going on, what you're going to need to apply to it. A couple of interesting things here, and it really answers the major question of should I even apply for this? Do I qualify? Well, what it says right here from the Department of Labor, which is federal, not state, it says, how do I know if I qualify for unemployment benefits? Answer, we will notify you after you file an unemployment application. We cannot determine if you qualify until we process your application. This is why no one's really able to answer your question, because they can't even answer your question. But the important part here is just apply. It says they're basically saying, look, if you don't know, just apply. We won't send the SWAT teams to your house if it doesn't work out. Now, what it looks like when I start to click to apply, I click here, yes, it's English instead of Spanish, and bam! My state to apply for unemployment benefits is not working right now. It's overrun with traffic. And this is stuff I am hearing in New York, California. I tried it in a few other states. I couldn't get any of them to come up. So yeah, there's definitely a surge going on. But one way that you can get around this if you're going to apply online is to apply at odd hours. So right now it's 3 p.m. So there's a lot of people trying to do this right now. But if you try it at 11 p.m. or midnight or something, there's a much better chance that this will actually be up and running. Another thing you can do is you can call in. Obviously, there's going to be really long wait times anywhere for this. But you are able to call most of the states and still be able to process them. Because given that it's a government entity, they can't legally require you to do it online because not everyone has internet access. So just keep that in mind as well. Another thing that you do want to know is that a lot of unemployment will actually be retroactive in what you're able to collect. So even if you're not even able to apply for this worst case scenario all week, that doesn't necessarily mean you won't be able to get the money for this week. It will come later, sadly, from your application date, but at least the money should come in up to this date per the stimulus bill. Another big question is how long from the application date will you actually be able to get that money? Great question. And again, you have to look at the state level. And one of the only people that I've actually been able to get a straight answer from is from California, where she is assuring people that it will usually take 3 weeks so long as you get your applications in correctly. The main thing that is actually slowing people down, listen, contractors, is when your amount of money that you make, your wages, do not line up with the paperwork that you put in. So like if you're saying you made $50,000 a year, but on this application form it's $30,000, you're going to mess things up for yourself because your unemployment is partially based off of your wages and how much money you make. So basically that's what you're able to do on the actual application process. A couple more frequently asked questions about unemployment and the situation is, one of them is, does unemployment count as income on your tax return? The answer is yes. You do have to report that. Another question is, are all the states actually ready to process all the sole proprietors and independent contractors and be able to have all the buttons for them? The answer is not necessarily. You probably should wait a few days while they get this going, because I've noticed like with the $10,000 grant and all these other loans that they've been putting up better splash pages for everyone, and you'll actually end up saving a lot of time and a lot of frustration to make sure that this is going on. The real point of this video is to show you where you can start going to get things done and the basics of what you will need. How long can you collect these unemployment benefits for? The $600 a week that you get from the CARE Act will last up to 39 weeks. The rest of the unemployment that you get from your individual state will still vary by your state. Do you still have to be actively looking for work? If you lost your job due to COVID-19, the answer for now is no, because the mentality is, well, you can't really get one in this environment. If you receive Social Security benefits but were working part-time, are you still eligible for unemployment benefits? The answer is yes, because unemployment benefits are not considered wages under the Social Security annual earnings test. So they will not affect your Social Security benefits. So those are the questions I could find answers to that actually came from credible CPAs, government websites, and the stimulus bill. Please give this video a like. It is the main way that I am getting paid in COVID-19. So I would really appreciate that. And also, if you have any other things that you're wondering about, let me know. I look at the comments. I look at everyone else's to see what's going on. And if you know the answers to some of this stuff, that's great. All right, guys, I'll see you on the next one. Bye.